I want to welcome you to the best place on the planet, which is a company I'm associated with for almost a year now called PLANNET Marketing. I want to show you how you can take your life and design it to be the life that you want. I've had so many comments recently on my timeline that I'm living on vacation. And yes, I am. And I would love to show you how to do that too. I firmly believe back in the days when I was teaching eBay and Amazon that we are all capable and responsible for designing our own lives. Yes, there are things that happen that we cannot control, but our response to them, we can. And so I want to encourage you to dream big and to dream about what your life would look like if you could design it. And then take some steps with me to design your life. I want you to think about financial freedom first. Now, financial freedom means something different to every person on this listening to this call. I know some people that are retired. They have very tiny lifestyles. I say tiny, I'm looking for the right word. Very conservative, quiet lifestyles, and they have very few needs. But they're barely making it. And having an extra $500 a month would make a huge difference for them. So for them, $500 a month might be financial freedom. Other people have large families and have large needs. And so their dollar amount to really feel like they had financial freedom is much higher. So imagine what financial freedom means to you. And then let's talk about some other freedoms that I think are a little more important than financial freedom. Let's talk about imagining your designed life, the personal freedom. What does that mean? That means you decide when to get up. You decide when to go to bed. You decide who you're going to work with. You decide who your customers are going to be. There isn't anyone else in charge. There are business partners. There are marriage partners. There are families, but there's no one else in charge. You have the freedom to design your life the way God created you to and the way He intended you to. One more freedom that I think is even more important than financial freedom, time freedom. I was recently at a business conference in Jamaica, of all places, with a friend of mine, and I was interviewing her about the conference and what she thought about it, and she made an interesting statement. She said, you know what? And she pointed to this beautiful view off the balcony where we were doing the interview. She said, I made six figures in my previous life. I had lots of money. I didn't have any problems with money, but I had no time to enjoy this kind of place. And she pointed again to the beautiful Jamaican beach and the pool at the resort. So time freedom means that you have time to enjoy what you've created in your life. Whether that means your children, which deserve your time more than anything else besides your spouse. Whether that means your hobbies, your pets, your ministry, which is most important. Whatever that looks like for you, I want you to imagine that you're designing your life to have these three freedoms in them. And then I want to show you some ideas of how you can do that. This opportunity that I'm talking to you about today is not for everyone, but I would like you to give it a shot. I would like you to listen and decide if this is for you. I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm not here to pull anybody in or to push them in. I am simply here to provide you with some ideas about how you can design your life and some opportunities that I think will help you. So I want you to think about this opportunity in these ways. This opportunity offers you the chance to earn more money, to travel more often, to save more on your travel, and to experience more. And those are things I think most people would like in their designed life. I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Donald Bradley. I deeply admire this man. He is the founder and the CEO of our PLANNET marketing company. He is a proven success in the network marketing industry. He's been in for 30 years. He was a $1 million income earner on many other companies. In PLANNET marketing, he started about 3 years ago. PLANNET marketing is a debt-free company. This was started by Mr. Bradley, from Mr. Bradley, and it is completely debt-free and a high-ranking company within the industry. PLANNET marketing was started as the dream of Mr. Donald Bradley, but it was also his dream to have a company that was built as a company should be. He knew that even with his drive and his desire and his company choices. He could not do this himself. So he went out and recorded some amazing people to help him put this business on a business footing from the beginning. Andy Kaufman is our president and CFO. He has managed multiple billion-dollar global companies. He's exactly who you would want in charge of your company to handle the money. Leanne Trockler is a COO, and she manages our Planet support team and directs field operations. Leanne is an amazing person, and I can't wait to introduce her to you personally if you join this opportunity. Now let's talk about what is this opportunity, because all we've talked about is network marketing and long-term plans. This is the opportunity right here. This is Mr. James Ferrara. James Ferrara is one of 3 co-founders of a company called INTELE-TRUST. INTELE-TRUST is a 27-plus-year-old travel agency based in Delray Beach, Florida. They have been offering unique travel products ever since they started. They reorganized themselves in 2005 to become INTELE-TRAVEL.com because they recognized the ascendancy of e-commerce in the travel world. INTELE-TRAVEL has always been out on the forefront of the new changes to the travel industry. They've been on top of it the whole entire way. INTELE-TRAVEL is actually the original host travel agencies. I didn't know what a host travel agency was, and nobody did until INTELE-TRAVEL created this concept over 25 years ago. They partnered with Planet Marketing 3 years ago to grow the company further. So I can tell you all day long what a great company INTELE-TRAVEL is, or I can show you. Now, we have a lot more awards than what's on this slide, believe me, but these are some of the ones we thought you would recognize, and I'd be happy to show you other ones later. Right now, just most people recognize these brands, and that's why we chose these awards to show you. We are the Norwegian Cruise Line's Breakout Agency of the Year. We are Carnival Cruise Line's #1 agency for 2018, and we partner with all of these brands plus many, many more. People say, well, what can I sell when I'm an INTELE-TRAVEL agent? Honey, you can sell the world. We do have preferred partners that will offer you a higher rate of return on your work, but you can sell literally anything, any airline, any hotel, any rental car. We sell the world and we live on vacation. I think you should join us. Did you know, this is something that I did not know. When I was exposed to this opportunity, my first question was total unbelief because I thought nobody uses travel agents anymore. I actually thought travel agents were kind of extinct, that nobody used them. What I didn't realize when I was booking all my own travel, and I thought I was pretty good at it, and I was. My family all liked my help when they were booking travel because I did the research and I found the deals. But what I thought I was doing was finding the absolute best price, and I was wrong because I did not realize that even when I bought off one of the online travel agencies, the big names that you see in the news every day, that, by the way, 3 of them are all owned by one corporation. Bet you didn't know that. I thought that I was avoiding commissions and I was getting the best deal for my people. But what was really happening was I was getting a great deal, but the companies were actually taking the commission that I could have had for myself. Wherever you book travel, buy yourself directly with the vendor, buy yourself through an online travel agency, through a regular travel agent in the brick and mortar store down the street, or if you call them on the phone and place your order for your travel. There is a commission built into every price. And who gets that commission? Well, since you're doing all the work, I think it should be you. When you are a travel business owner, which is what you are when you purchase an INTELE-TRAVEL agency, you are a travel agent, but you are also a travel professional and you own your own agency. You are a travel business owner. You can book any kind of travel, group cruises, wedding industry. Did you know that 25% of American brides are now doing destination weddings? There's a huge need for help in that area. Group travel. How many of you have a kid or a grandkid on a travel sports team? They are going somewhere just about every weekend. And guess what that entails? Sometimes a rental of a bus, always a rental of multiple hotel rooms, dinners out, all of which you can help them book for the same price, maybe even save them some money, help them get a better value, and you get the commission instead of some online travel agency. Again, what do you have access to? Everything. Check the list. There's not much on it that's not included. So why should I get involved in travel? Well, honey, I've been selling since I was a little girl. I went to a Christian school. We were always selling something: cookies, candy, magazine subscriptions. Can some of you relate? And then when I grew up and became a mommy, I always had my own little business on the side, and I was always selling something. I was selling creams or home cleaning products or lotions and vitamins. Then I found the internet and I sold Beanie Babies and live roaches. Yes, that's a good story. I even sold a car one time through eBay. So I sold lots of things for a long time. So why travel and why now? Well, number one, travel is a huge industry. That's $8 trillion you see there on the screen. That's T, trillion with a T, not million, not billion, trillion dollars. So number one, it's a huge industry. Number two, it's not shrinking. It is expected to almost double in the next 10 years. What if you only got 0.5% of $15 trillion? You think that'd be enough to help you achieve some of those dreams we talked about at the beginning of the presentation? It would for me. Here's something else that I thought was interesting. With all of my e-commerce work, I talked and learned a lot about keywords and Google ads and Facebook ads and looking for those key terms. Did you know that overall the number one category across the world to be searched online? Yeah. It's travel. All those people that are working from Monday to Friday from 8 to 5, that's when the searches are the heaviest for the category of travel. Yeah, they're supposed to be working, but actually, yeah, they are researching their next trip. So we won't tell anybody if you don't. Who's fueling this big growth in the industry? Well, I am. I'm a baby boomer, and we are a huge driver of the travel industry. What do most people tell you they want to do when they travel? They want to sit home and watch TV, right? No, of course not. 95% of people tell you, I want to travel and I want to retire, and then I want to travel, or travel and retire, maybe at the same time. Did you know that there is a baby boomer retiring every 20 seconds for the next 20 years? That's a lot of retirees, and that's a lot of travel. That part I kind of knew. The next factoid really surprised me. Guess who is the second largest age demographic to be spending on travel? Yeah, the millennials, my kids. Who knew? Guess what? This generation has it together. They understand that travel is educational. Travel grows your mind. Travel exposes you to ideas you would never have had if you'd stayed home. So they're willing to spend their hard-earned money, and some of moms and dads sometimes, on travel. Millennials are already spending $200 billion annually on travel, and that figure will rise as they start to get jobs. Just a little side effect there. Now, let's talk about travel. Well, how am I going to get paid on travel? You're going to get paid on travel because people are doing it anyway. Okay? Everyone you know is either traveling or wants to travel. What's the reason they don't travel? Because they don't have the time or they don't have the money. Guess what? I can help them with the time, and I can help them with the money. They love talking to you. Selling travel is absolutely the opposite of selling insurance. Have you ever noticed an insurance salesman at a cocktail party? Yeah, they're the one up at the bar by themselves because nobody wants to talk to them. But when you're in a party or a gathering at church, a fellowship dinner, what's the first question most people ask? Hey, so what do you do? Oh, I'm a travel agent, or I'm a travel professional. I own my own travel agency. Guess what? Nobody moves away. They all come and say, hey, what would I do? What would I do? What can I do with this? So they want to tell you about their trip. They want to ask you how to get a better trip. They want to ask you questions about their new trip. There's always somebody wanting to talk to you about travel wherever you go. So how do I get paid on all this travel? Well, let's talk about show me the money. You get 70 to 80% of every commission that you earn. Now, you might be asking, why don't I get 100%? Well, because you're not the one who pays all the fees to all of the agencies and the groups you have to join to sell travel. You are an independent contractor with INTELE-TRUST of Delray Beach, Florida. They pay for all of that, and they keep 20 to 30% of your commission, and you get the other 70 to 80%. To put that in perspective, if you went out today and looked for a job at a local travel agency, number one, they'd probably ask what experience or education you had, and we won't. But number two, you would probably start, the average is about $10 minimum wage per hour, and then a 10 to 20% commission. If you've been working for an agency for a long time, you might get as much as 30%. But INTELE-TRAVEL flips those numbers, and you start out with your 70% and you earn up to 80% as soon as you've started selling travel. You are partnered with all of the major vendors. You don't have to only sell Marriott or only sell Hilton. You can sell them both. You don't have to only book Hertz cars or only book Alamo. Rent from all of them, whoever your client wants to, or if it's for you, whoever offers the best deal. INTELE-TRAVEL is such a large travel agency that we have reserved inventory on almost all cruise ships leaving out of the state of Florida and leaving out of other states also. We are the best in customer service and support, and guess what? We have a full agent training program in the back office. You will not be in business by yourself. You will be in business for yourself, but you will not be in there by yourself. Number one, you get me. I'm worth something. Number two, you get the best team I've found in any company I've been a part of. Our directors are amazing, and we'll be right there with you side by side. Here's the promise I make to everyone who joins me. I will work as hard on your business as you will work on your business. I will match your effort. So let's do this together. So let's talk about some more information. Show me the money, Kat. Okay, how much could I earn? What if you had a friend who worked with you at your regular job, your in real life job, or went to church with you, or was a member of the Kiwanis Club with you, and they were a travel road warrior. They travel three or four times a month. They spend 2 or 3 nights a week in a hotel. They are a road warrior. Most of these guys, if you just gave them your website versus the one they're already using, would be happy to patronize your site. They'll find the same hotels, they'll find the same or better deals because we price match, and their money will go to you instead of some anonymous corporation. One of those people booking rooms with you every month will earn you $151.20 in commission. How about some more money? What if you put together a 5-day golf trip or a 5-day spa trip, if you'd rather, for a group of 4 going to Scottsdale, Arizona, where there are a lot of spas as well as a lot of golf courses? This group trip would take you about an hour on the phone to organize and put together. Your commission would be $274.86. How's that for an hourly wage? Yeah, I thought so. That's pretty good. Let's go a little higher. Remember I told you about all those destination weddings? Well, there's a lot of money to be made in those. But what if they don't want to have a destination? Well, most of them are going to have a honeymoon of some sort, and a lot of them want to go to the Caribbean. So let's give you an example of a 7-day honeymoon that's fairly average, an all-inclusive resort in Cancun, Mexico. That's one of the lower cost places they could go. This is in a fancy resort room with a butler service. What's your commission? $561.79. And again, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours work, maybe less if you've done this before. There's your hourly rate. I think you could survive on that. Let's talk about more money. Show me the mo money, would you? 5-day group cruise. What if you found a family who does family reunions every year, and the person that organizes them has said, I'm done. I am not doing this anymore. If you could convince that family to take their next family reunion on a cruise, or if you had I just talked to a friend of mine who is in a bingo club. And I said, you know what? They play a lot of bingo on cruise ships. Let's do a bingo cruise. So we're going to work on that coming up. A 5-day group cruise for 20 cabins, that's 40 people approximately. That's a pretty average size group. They go on a Western Caribbean cruise, and you have a blast on the cruise in your free room that you got because you booked so many. You also receive a commission of $2,240.17. Now, what if you did 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of those every month? I believe you can see how the commissions can add up. In this company, we have over 6 people who are earning a 6-figure income just on their travel commissions. So let's talk about education. I don't know how to be a travel agent, you say. Yes, you do, I answer, because if you've ever booked your own travel, you are 90% trained. What about the other 10%? Well, that's pretty much how to book travel as an agent. We're going to show you all the backdoor sites that we have access to that the average consumer doesn't. We're also going to show you free educational modules on your own time on the website. Get this, not only does INTELE-TRAVEL offer you the educational opportunities, but practically every vendor, including Disney, Carnival Cruise Line, Holland America, Go Way Tours, all of these companies offer their own training programs, 99% of which are free and online and actually fun to take because you're learning about travel. All of this, of course, is at your own pace and at your own desire. There's no requirement to finish any of these educational positions. It's what you want to do. It is your business, after all. Now, let's talk about some other ways that we like to learn in this business. Well, if you're going to use a product, don't most salespeople tell you that you have to become a product of the product? In other words, you need to use your product in order to actually sell it. Well, I highly encourage that, as you can see from my Facebook timeline. And I believe that one of the best ways to use our product is through FAM trips, which are familiarization trips. Our company calls them INTELE-trips, and these are FAM trips that are created specifically for INTELE-travel agents. We've put together a selection of 3 recent ones all in the last year that we can show you that gives you an example. This particular trip was 5 days, 4 nights in Montego Bay, Jamaica at an all-inclusive resort for $99 per person. No, that was not $99 per night. That was $99 per person for all of your food, all of your hotel, all of the resort facilities, and all your transportation. INTELE-trip number 2 was 3 nights in Disneyland. Now this one, I'm told I missed this one. It did include your airfare. So if you're living in Florida like me, you don't have to worry about trying to fly to California. They were going to take care of it for you. 3 nights at a Disneyland resort, 3 days of park passes, private tours, VIP upgrades, $399 per person. One more that I can show you that we did in the last year. This was an INTELE trip on a Royal Caribbean ship. It was on one of the largest ships they own. It was a 7-night trip. Ocean view cabins were $399, balconies were $559. If you've priced a Royal Caribbean vacation before, you will see very quickly that this is about a 30% of what you would normally pay. These are called INTELE-trips, and these are a chance for us to increase our education and our knowledge of the travel industry. INTELE-TRUST guarantees. Let's talk about guarantees, shall we? I have never in my life sold a product that I could not guarantee, and I do not intend to start now. So number 1, we have a best travel price guarantee. When you sell travel to your client or they book it on your INTELE-travel website, they cannot find a price cheaper online or off, or we will match it. INTELE-travel will meet it, they will beat it, or they will refund 110% of the difference in INTELE-travel bucks towards their next trip with you. This applies to online travel and in the first 30 days after they book their trip. Guarantee number 2, no questions asked, 100% money back guarantee. If you sign the paper with me tonight and join me in this adventurous business I'm loving, and you have 30 days to kick the tires, check it out. All you have to do is send one email to INTELE-travel and say, you know what, this is not for me. The money will be back in your account within 48 hours. 30 days, no questions asked, 100% money back guarantee. What about a risk-free profit guarantee? This is the one where I slow down and get very excited because of all the things I've sold over the years and all the companies I've worked with. No one has ever guaranteed that I'll be profitable. But INTELE-travel does. Yes, they do. It's a 12-month guarantee because we all know that 30 days really isn't enough time for you to test out the business. So if you agree to stay for 12 months, you pay your one-time fee when you start, you pay your monthly fees for 12 months. At the end of that 12 months, if you have not earned the equivalent of what you've paid, or you have not saved the equivalent in agent discounts, in freebies that you get, if you have not earned it or saved it by the end of 12 months, the company will cut you a check for the difference. It is amazing. What's next? Well, that was one way to earn income. And I told you at the beginning, there were actually 2 companies involved. We've been talking about the INTELE-TRUST opportunity where you're going to be selling travel and earning a commission on your travel. Now we're going to talk about the PLANNET marketing opportunity, which is partnered with INTELE-TRUST. INTELE-TRUST sells travel. PLANNET Marketing sells travel agencies. Now, how do you get compensated with PLANNET Marketing? Would you believe me if I told you that there were 7 streams of income within this one? Well, it's true. I'm going to show you how you can receive 7 different streams of income. Check out that Warren Buffett quote, and I think you'll agree that one stream of income is pretty iffy in today's economy. So let's talk about these 7 options. Option number 1, leveraged income. We're going to talk about different types of income. Number 1 is your commission and your sales income, and we're all familiar with that. We've sold products on eBay or Amazon, and we've made a commission on them. We buy them for 10 and sell them for 20, and our commission is the difference, right? Okay, that is direct sale income. And the equivalent for that is what we do is called ITA sales. Every time you sell an ITA, an individual travel agency, you're selling a travel agency, you receive a commission on that sale of $50. Now, that is no limit. You can sell 1 agency in this month. You can sell 500 agencies. I'm sure they'd love you and probably give you lots of awards, but you would also receive $50 for every single one of them. It's an infinite referral program. It doesn't end. So that's our direct sales commission income. Let's talk about the next stream of income. How about some leveraged income? What does leveraged income means? Leveraged income is when you hire someone to help you in your business. So for instance, an eBay seller might hire someone to come in and pack their shipping packages for them every day. And they pay them less than what their work will make them. That's the way things work. Okay, so if you hire someone, you need to make more than what you're paying for them for it to make sense. So for leveraged income with INTELE-TRUST, you're going to love this because I'm going to sign up my friend John and I'm going to make $50. Now I know John, but I don't know all of John's friends. So when John signs up a friend, Henrietta, that I've never heard of, I still get a referral from the company. I get a 50% match on that, which means I make $25 because according to the company, they would never have been introduced to Henrietta if it hadn't been for John, who would never have been introduced if it hadn't been for me. So there's your leveraged income. I'm making money on what I sell, and I'm leveraging my income by making money on what the people under me sell. So I'm selling ITAs and John's selling ITAs, and I'm getting a referral match. That's stream number 2. That is called leveraged income. There are also bonuses. There are team bonuses. It starts at $10, goes up to $60 based on your level in the company. So that $50 has the potential to go up to $110. And that $25 has the potential to go up to 100, let's see, 35, 25 and 60, $85. And again, there are no limits on these. So you can recruit if you want to use that difficult word people struggle with, or if you can help people sign up and change their families' lives, which is how I look at it. You can do 1, 10, or 100. It's unlimited. So there's your original sale income and your leveraged income, 2 streams. 3 streams with the team bonuses. PLANNET Marketing believes in celebrating our agents. So we don't wait until you have this huge team and you're making all this money to recognize you and say, good job. We start as soon as you have signed up 3 people. You become a bronze builder in the company. You are recognized and appreciated as a leader. Sign up 3 more people. You're a silver builder. Again, you're recognized and appreciated. Gold builder is a huge deal. As you make Gold Builder with 9 active ITAs and reps, you can actually access all 9 levels of the matrix. All of the streams of income within the company are open for you at only 9 people. So people panic. I can't sign up 100 people. I can't sign. Of course you can't, but you can sign up 9 people. And that's all it takes to open up the entire matrix just for you. So what do gold builders receive? This is a big one because you get your first level of $10 team bonuses. So now you've got 3 streams of income. You've got your direct sales, you've got your referral sales, your leveraged income, and now you've got a bonus of $10. You also start getting a 10% match on your personal ITA's travel commissions. That means that John, who I signed up, he just booked a group cruise and he got a check for $3,000. Well, I didn't do any work for that. Maybe I did. Maybe I helped him. But in theory, I didn't do anything. But I get a 10% match. John makes $3,000. I make $300. Thank you, INTELE-TRAVEL. You also receive a 10% match on your rep's matrix commission. So now we've got income stream number 4, 5, and 6. And as they say on the TV commercials, but wait, there's more. This is where the residual income comes in, and this is where it gets very exciting. Everybody knows that you can make a commission on sales, but you only have 24 hours in a day. You can only make so many sales. So then you move to leveraged income. You can make money off other people's income, other people's work, like when you hire employees at your business or you partner with other people in your INTELE-TRAVEL business. That's leveraged income, and that's awesome. But again, that income comes when they make sales. When the sales stop, the income stops. But guess what? Residual income is a bonus. It doesn't stop. This is something that you can count on every month. And people that have trouble understanding residual income, let's talk about Michael Jackson, okay? Michael Jackson is not with us anymore, I'm sad to say. However, Michael Jackson's estate is still making money. Why? Because he has residual income. He gets money every time somebody plays or uses one of his songs in their movie or whatever they do. Here's another example of residual income that might make more clear to some of you e-commerce folks that are my listeners. Merch accounts, Amazon merch. What about Kindle? I think that, what's it called now? Kindle Direct instead of Create Space. These are platforms where you can upload, in the space of Kindle, it would be a book. You would upload a document and you would have it formatted as a book. On Amazon merch, you would be uploading designs that people could have printed on t-shirts and pop sockets and things like that. You do the work one time. You upload the design or the book, or you sign up the person in INTELE-TRAVEL and Planet Marketing. But you get money every time that happens. So every time somebody buys a t-shirt, you get some residual income. Every time somebody buys a copy of your Kindle book, you get residual income. And every month, when someone remains in my matrix, I receive residual income. How does it get started? It gets started very small, and it snowballs very quickly. It starts out on level 1. Our matrix is a forced 3x9 matrix. If you want more information about that, I can talk for an hour about the matrix, but I won't do that tonight. This just means that you have 3 people in your first line, and everybody else that you recruit or that others on your team bring in to the company are underneath them. To access the first 2 levels of the matrix, you need to have 2 people that you've sold ITAs to, and that will bring you a possible income of up to $48 a month. That is your first level. When you have 3 underneath you, you are a bronze. Remember, we saw that, a bronze builder. That opens up level 3, and you can receive an income of up to $156 a month. Then you sign up 4 and 5, and when you sign up that 6th person, now you are actually a silver builder, and you have access to all the way up to the 8th level, which is a possible income of $6,561 per month. Now, that's not going to happen overnight. This is not a company that's going to encourage you that you're going to get rich quick and that you need to quit your job and work hard. We do not do that. Mr. Bradley has been very strong in that. We tell people this is a job. This is a business. You need to treat it like a job. You need to work it. If you do, the rewards can be very, very good, but it is a long-term process. So if it takes you 4 or 5 years to fill this matrix, even if it takes you 10 years for all of this to fill up, would it be worth it to you to be a gold builder and have a monthly income of $118,092 a month? What if it's only 10% that you actually get done in the first 3 years? How about 10%? How about $11,000 a month? I think that's worth some work. But again, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a business, and you will have to put some work in. And again, I use the little commercial from what is that, Home Shopping Network? But wait, there's more, because there's another stream of income. Yes, another one. This is called the PLANNET Director Program. And this is when it really starts to get serious income here. Directors are paid the first of the month, and they receive a director bonus. The first level is 100 people. Now, does that mean you have to sell 100 ITAs? No. Means you have to have 9 that you have signed up, and the other 100 can come from you or anybody else in your team. That's 100 ITAs in your organization. You become a 1-star director. And when you become a 1-star director, you get $500 every month on the first of the month as your recruit. That is going to be your bonus the first of every month. Then as your team grows, you'll become a 2-star or a 3-star or a 4-star, all the way up. We've only been around for a little over 3 years, just barely over 3 years, and we just awarded our very first 6-star director. We have 2 5-stars and 1 6-stars. This company is on the growth pattern. We are just getting started, folks. We are 3 years old. This is a great time to get in. So the other thing you get when you're a 1-star director is a guaranteed monthly income. Again, this is not quit your job money. This is a $1,000 per month guarantee. So that is $12,000 a year. Not quit your job yet, but what would $12,000 a year in addition to what you're making now make for you? I think it would do pretty well. So when you make 1-star director, you receive a $500 check the first of the month. On the 10th of the month, you receive your matrix check. So that would be at least $400, $4 a month times 100 ITAs. There's 900. The company automatically guarantees you an income of $1,000. So at the end of that month, if you have not taken in $1,000, they will send you the difference. You also get a Planet Marketing Director jacket and stars to mark your ascension through the ranks. And we also have a ring program. I'm not a real bling-blingy person, but if you are, I think you'll like this. And something interesting about this program too, this program was conceived and is paid for by Mr. Bradley himself. This was important to him to show rewards for hard work. And these rewards are not for people. This is for income. The Sapphire Ring is awarded to someone as soon as they start earning $100,000 a year. That is demonstrated by making $8,333 per month for 2 months. That puts you on track for $100,000, and that is when you'll receive your Planet Marketing Sapphire Ring. When your income goes up to $20,000 a month, which is $250,000 a year, that is when you'll be awarded your ruby ring. $500,000 a year, diamond ring. $1 million a year, double diamond ring. And when you reach the level of 5-star director, you're also given a Rolex watch. No, we don't have a car program. Mr. Bradley does not want a car program. He says, I would rather give the money to my people and let them decide what kind of car they want to drive. And also, he didn't want to put us into a position where we were signing a lease and causing ourselves monetary problems. Mr. Bradley is very, very focused on financial stability and growing the financial health of your family and investing that money. This is our income disclosure form. This is the form that we present to the IRS every year. This is not a pie in the sky form. This is exactly what the average gold builder, 1-star director, et cetera, make. This is very exciting. This is another one of the major reasons I joined this company. This is the only slide that our CEO has asked us to read verbatim. And I am honored, Mr. Bradley, to agree to your request. As a Planet Marketing Director, you will feel secure in knowing that in the event of your death, the Planet business you've built will outlast you. Your family will still receive your Planet Marketing weekly commissions, your director pay, your director bonuses, and your monthly residual income. Here's another reason for striving to achieve the level of director in this company. Because in this company, when you become a director, you have changed the financial legacy of your family, and that is worth working for. So, how do I do all this? It sounds like a really difficult, Kat. I promise, guys, it's not hard. We're going to give you the tools you need. We're going to provide you with a website that people can go on and book. People say, when can I start booking travel? About 5 minutes after you sign up. People say, when will my website be ready? 24 hours after you sign up. So you're going to have a website. You're going to have all the tools you need. We have training available on demand. We do live training. We have conferences, all the training you could want. And you'll have me and your other team members to help direct you through. Because trust me, you could do training 24/7 for 6 months and not cover it all. There's so much out there. Let us help you decide what training is right for you. Live events, I'm leaving. Yay. On Saturday, I am going to INTELE-Quest, which is the INTELE-Travel Annual Conference. And this year, very fittingly, I believe, we're having INTELE-Quest on a cruise ship. So we do have a lot of live events that are fun. In addition, you can book your tickets now to the PLANNET Marketing International Conventions. Remember, I told you these are two separate companies. INTELE-TRAVEL sells travel. PLANNET Marketing sells travel agencies. I'm going on the INTELE-TRAVEL conference, and I'm also planning to attend the PLANNET International Convention. Our company is so confident that we have bought out the Gaylord Palms in Orlando, not only for these days in September of 2019, but also for September of 2020. I've been to the Gaylord. It's amazing, and I can't wait to go back. So, what about these 7 streams of income you promised me, Kat? Well, actually, there are 8, because one of them is your travel commissions. Those are paid after the people travel, and those are paid once a month on the 15th. So there's number 1. Number 2, or number 1 if you're counting for the 7, direct sale commission, $50. Number 2, 50% match, $25. Number 3, team bonuses, starts at $10 per bonus, goes up to a $60 bonus depending on your level in the company. Number 4, 10% overrides. Gold builders receive a 10% override match from their personal ITA's travel commissions. That means when they sell travel and get their commission, you get a 10% copy of their commission. Number 5, gold builders and above receive a 10% match on their ITA's matrix pay. So if they make a $400 matrix pay because they're now a director, you're going to get $40 as a match. Number 6, matrix. $4 per person per month up to 9 levels deep. And this is not on your personal recruits. This is on everyone that falls in your matrix. Whether you signed them up, your sponsor signed them up, or somebody you don't even know signed them up. They fall in your matrix, you get $4 per month. And $4 per month may sound like coffee money, but when $4 per month turns into $400 a month and $4,000 a month, et cetera, you can buy a lot of coffee for that. Number 7, your director bonuses. Once you reach a balanced team of at least 100, you start receiving that $500 a month bonus. We now have directors receiving up to $16,000 a month, once a month on the 1st as their director bonus. There's your multiple streams of income. So how do I get started? Well, it's really simple. I know you're going to ask me how much. And I've talked to a lot of eBay sellers, a lot of Amazon sellers, and actually I had a brick and mortar business. So I've sold for brick and mortar sellers too. Usually you're talking a minimum of $5,000 to get inventory, to get your account set up, to get your merchant account, to get all the things you need, rent if you've got a brick and mortar. But guess what? I can help you understand it's not $5,000. It's not even $500. It is $199.90. That's right. I hear you're all dropping your jaw on the floor. It's under $200 to own 2, not 1, 2 businesses. You're going to be a fully accredited travel agency that can book travel anywhere, anytime with anyone. And you're going to be a PLANNET marketing rep that can help other people start their own travel agencies. Your one-time cost is $199.90 and your monthly cost is $59.90. Believe me, when I had my brick and mortar store, forget it. Even when I had my Amazon store, I would have been thrilled to have overhead that was only $2 a day. Believe me, mine was much higher than that. So now it's time for you to make a decision. You've watched this video all the way to the end, and you are either a 3, a 2, or a 1. If you are a 3 and you say, yeah, interesting info, Kat, not interested, not for me, no thank you, I say to you, thank you. Thank you so much. You spent 43 minutes and 26 seconds listening to me and show you this opportunity, and I am very, very grateful for that. If I'm not the one that offered you this opportunity, I encourage you to get in touch with them. If it was me, then I encourage you to reach out to me when you travel next. Let me give you the best value for your money as you travel, and thank you again for spending your time with me. I truly appreciate your time. Thank you. Number 2, okay, Kat, you've intrigued me, but I got a lot of questions, girl. That's okay. That's what I'm here for. I love to have questions. I am not here to convince anybody or to drag anybody in. I don't want anyone to join this business who has questions. I want you to get your questions answered. So stick around tonight. If I'm the person that invited you, to this, then stick around. As soon as the video's over, I'll open it up for Q&A and we'll get your questions answered. If someone else invited you to this, then please reach out to them and get your questions answered. Don't go to bed until you know if this opportunity is for you or not. Number 1 says, I am ready to go. Girl, you just, here's my credit card. Take my money. Let's get going. Okay, great. Go to this website, startyourtravelbiz.com. 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 If I'm the one who invited you to listen, please use my code. My code is THATCAT, THATKAT, all together, no spaces, one word. If someone else invited you to listen to this and you want to get started with them, please ask them for their code and use their code. We want you to get started with the person who invited you to this video. Now, are you ready to change your life? I hope you are. I hope you're ready to design your life, to imagine all of those freedoms. And I am honored to be a part of your success. Don't look at the long road ahead of you. Look at the first step and take it. And let me hold your hand and let me take it with you. And let me be the first to welcome you to the best place on the planet. I would love to help you.